So I noticed we had a couple complaints about mic placement. Yeah, so we should probably work on it so that they don't get upset about how it's set up.
You're like, guys, we're not paying anything, but can you fix the mics? Because your mic placement just it sucks. It's stupid. It can't see your face.
I really need to see where your faces are to enjoy this podcast the entire time.
It's like, yeah, if you couldn't put it in front of your face. Is this better?
I could see your expressions in your face, but I got to see your actual whole entire face.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Two Dads with Dead Dads with Chaz and Doug. This is a podcast where two dads get together, have a couple beers, reminisce about dead fathers, and talk about being fathers themselves, along with the other things that we do as people. Mostly just talk about music at this point.
You never told me if my mic placement was good. I guess it's fine.
It's good enough for me. I don't even know.
That's fair. I'm good with it. Just roll with it.
So how's your week been since our success of episode 2 hasn't come out yet, which you'll realize I'm going to make a little thing saying that there's a lot of technical difficulties and all that, which is probably going to, bring a lot of viewers to be like, oh, look how unprofessional they are.
Dude, so he's like, let's film a music video. I was like, yes. So let's do the music video. And then it was our dumb idea to do a podcast film the video for a couple hours. Walking around filming, which is very exhausting for creatives like ourselves. And then we went to the bar afterwards to get food and a little break, and then we came back and tried the podcast, and it just was like, it was rough.
It's a good idea on paper, but I also,
it was like 10:30 or something when we started doing it.
10:30? What? It was like 6 something.
No, when we started doing the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We started filming for the video at like 6. Did that until like 8:30. Went to because remember we didn't even go to the restaurant or whatever bar till after 9.
After 9, because I was like, oh shit, is the kitchen even still open? I guess I'll just drink beer. But thankfully they had food.
Was it open? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you come up with these, we come up with these ideas, and we're like, oh yeah, let's do this and then this, and then I should have known from my car how much shit I packed for all that. For what, 40 what?
Yeah, for like 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't even know. It's like 35, 40-second video. That took so long.
It took so long just for the, 5-6 seconds of the graveyard scene. That took like an hour and a half to be like, okay, this is it.
Dude, it's a perfect setup. Yeah, we got to put the gravestones by the paint cans. I have a picture of that. I took a picture of that today because I had to go in there I put lights behind my TV and shit. So I went into that room and I saw it. So I was like, oh, that's funny because it's out of context now. It's like all bright. And I was like, that's funny. It's just on a sleeping bag and shit. But anyway, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's fun to do that. I mean, because, I do this for a living. It's my passion to just make videos and all that stuff, and like the fact that it took hours to do that and do that for a couple people to watch and stuff.
Yeah,
like
wait,
it paid off. Right?
We also have a rap project called Phat Thyn. Phat Thyn,
Boyz
right
Weekend.
here. Bing,
Rapping right here.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! I got my hat back here. So anyway, we started a rap project back in 2013. I want to say.
Yep.
2013.
We started it the night I proposed to my wife.
That is so true. It was in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, we were around the Inner Harbor and went to a bar. Lots of our stuff originates at a bar.
Damn, we just basically go there and that's how we live our lives.
But yeah, we came up with the idea, and on the way back, we're like, yeah, Phat Thyn rap. And then we're like, we're going to do it. And did we do anything that year?
It took us 4 years to do anything.
To do one song. Yeah, okay.
Well, no, I think we made a Facebook page, and then it sat for 4 years until one day I was like, yo, I'm coming down to Baltimore. Let's make a Phat Thyn song. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I literally came over. We made the song
in one night.
Made the song, started filming, ate food, got drunk. Well, we got drunk prior to that, but filmed the entire music video all in one night. And that is the reason I have a career in in videography. That video is literally what got me my job, which is actually pretty insane to think about.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, not to derail from Phat Thyn, because I do want to get back to Phat Thyn, because it's just a lot of fun. But yeah, like basically, I was just some schmuck working at a warehouse. You know what I would do, just jump job to job, and then the dude who hired me was my cousin's best friend, and basically, my cousin is pretty wacky. He says a lot of stuff. He's very high energy.
He actually features in one of our videos. He's the weatherman.
Yeah, that's right.
Newsman.
He wasn't happy about the rest of the project. But he was very good at that.
This part, that part.
No, just the overall context of what we were rapping about. He's like, dude, I'm a mortgage advisor, and people need to see this.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
I love him, Steve. Shout out. He's very high energy. So when he's like, dude, you got to meet my friend. He lives in Puerto Rico. He needs video guys. I'm like, who the hell is gonna hire me? And why does he live in Puerto Rico? And what kind of scam is this? So then he told Bobby.
Is his email prince something at fucking Africa.com? Yeah.
So he told Bobby the same thing. He's like, dude, you got to meet my cousin. He does video, this and this. And Bobby's like, I don't want to fucking meet this guy. And then. Yeah, we meet and we're just like, yeah, this is what I do. Oh, this video. And then he's like, yeah, he showed me your Phat Thyn video. And I literally said, yeah, we did all that one night and we were completely drunk. And he was like, you did that while you were drunk? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, dude, I would love to see what you do.
With not even like you had good equipment, but it wasn't like crazy, super professional stuff, right?
No, it was the camera.
And my lighting was
It was
horrible.
your camera. That's the camera I used for the Phat Thyn video. Hey. Or actually, it might have been my older camera, my 60. Actually, I think it was my 60D, even older than that. But it was just, it was just me editing on a camera. And
cut that shit out, bro.
At that point, that DSLR was pretty high quality. But yeah, like did all that, and then he hired me a couple months later. He's like, yeah, make a full-fledged documentary for me. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
My Baltimore house, I loved that house, but it was like the darkest fucking house you could ever have. Do you remember?
And and the fact that we pulled off even somewhat remote lighting with that, it worked out. I think the video has aged for me. The context of the video, or the what the video is about, and the song are still like pretty high for me. But the video itself, I'm like, I could have done better. But then again, I learned from that.
So I did want to break into this because I wanted to talk about how you're so passionate about video and creating and stuff. That we did that song House Arrest in 2018, and then it was another 2 years? No, a year? Maybe a year. I think it was a year.
It was was it 2018 or 2017?
Maybe 2017. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was 2017 we did.
In the one video it says 2018 on it. I know that.
Oh, then it was. Okay, so it was 5 years, not 4. It was 5 years until we did that. Okay. Yeah, 2018 we did that.
So, all right, so we do this video, and how we do things is we take a YouTube beat that we find, and then basically we just start freestyling until we have an idea, and then we freestyle until something comes out, and then we're good with it. So that's how we write songs in one night, because we're just like, blah, 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 eggs. And they're like, oh, eggs, yeah, that's blah, 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 blah. And then we'll just record whatever, line by line, whatever, or however we do it. But anyway, the song comes to fruition. So a year or two later, we go to Ohio. So we made a trip up. We're like, let's just take this shit on the road. We're famous, so let's take it on the road. So we went to Ohio to ride bikes, actually, at an indoor mountain bike park.
No, well, actually, the real reason we went to Ohio was for the Bleed the Sky show. I'm like, I love this band, and they're coming back, and you want to go? And then it just so happened, we're like, I was really heavy in the mountain biking. I'm like, Cleveland's not that far from Columbus. What if we, go there, ride bikes, and then we're like, what if we go there, ride bikes, and then make a whole rap song
and film a video? Yeah. So that was called Boyz Weekend, which you can find on YouTube under Phat Thyn, PhatThyn. You'll
the links and everything.
Yeah,
in the description.
So check that out. And during that video, it was like fucking 10 degrees outside and snowing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you'll remember this, but we almost got in a fight about that shit. I was like yelling at you. Do you remember that? You don't remember?
No.
Oh, dude, it was like so tense. It was only for like a few minutes because then we went out to bars and stuff. You couldn't get the right shot or something. Like, so this is how passionate he is. We're doing a dumb fucking rap project, a fake rap project, fake song, whatever. And I'm outside, and I think we were wearing like a hoodie, bare hands, and it's like 10 degrees and snowing. I'm freezing my balls off. My hands are like purple, and I'm like, and he's like, oh, we need that shot better. We need this shot better. I'm like, no, we don't fucking need the shot better, dude. We don't. We got it.
I'm very stingent when it comes to what I see, and I'm like, no, we have to get it.
I think I also just wanted to go to the bar too, like, cause
probably.
And then you were also just like, we have to get this. I'm like, dude, can we just go have a drink, man? Like we did a lot, and then you're like, we need the shot. But yeah, it was like not like fisticuffs, but I was like, I remember being like heated at each other for a minute because you're like, yeah, you don't fucking care about it or whatever it was.
You're not passionate about this fake rap project that will make 2 people laugh, bro.
But honestly, it turned out great. That part with the homeless guy, which I think we gave a few bucks to get into that video.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm like, we'll pay this guy. I'm like, yo, just like come along with me. I'm doing a rap video. And he's like, oh hell yeah, man.
Meanwhile, I'm embarrassed. Like I got Chaz dancing with this homeless guy to a rap thing that's playing on a phone or something, and there's just it's on the main strip in Cleveland. There's a main strip of bars, and there's all these people just sitting in the bars just looking at us. Like, we're just the 3 dudes just doing. I mean, the homeless guy didn't care because he's homeless.
Doug has a mild fear of public fun, or so like anytime we would film in public, I would be going full-fledged like into my character and everything, and Doug would be like,
yeah, like,
and then like when I'm like, all right, hold this huge gimbal in your hand, and I'm gonna grab this homeless person, and we're gonna do this verse, and you could just see his face. He's like, just so embarrassed, and I'm just like, oh yeah, man.
It's because I judge people so hard. Like, so if I'm out and I see people like the influencing in the wild stuff, if I see that, I'm just like, oh, this is so corny, man. Look what they're doing, but. Like,
there's a difference though. We're making art. They're following trends and trying to be the next viral thing because they
I know. All right, so then my mind also goes to like the people are like, oh look, these guys think that they're big, but look, it's only like 2 guys out there filming their whole thing. So like I think of it as a whole thing. Like,
sounds about right. I mean, they're not wrong. 2 guys from the Philly area, like, oh, let's make a fake project and do all this work for it just to make each other laugh.
We can try it, but I think I'm to the point now where I'm like, look, I know we're not going to see these people again. I can get there. We'll try it.
But my favorite thing about Phat Thyn is that we just kept the story going. It's like the lore of Phat Thyn, but nobody follows it except us. And that's where that is my favorite part about it. Is like, no, like we were on house arrest. Then the government granted us freedom, so we had a Boyz Weekend, and then our 3rd video, which I'm like, okay, how can I make this bigger? I'm like, I got it. Let's make a full EP, 4 songs, and it's a short film about. Yeah. About us getting signed to a label and then saying, nah, fuck that, we're too lit for a label, and then it's just the whole thing. And I'm just like, oh, this took months to plan, and the best part was we did it before one of our really good friends' bachelor party, and we're planning. It's always planning around something, and that it just like it makes it so much better.
That is true.
Yeah,
we made it a whole thing. I think we rented out a house like 2 days before everybody else was getting down there, right? Because we spent one night recording the songs. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we recorded all 4 songs in one night.
No, so there's you check it out. Check it out, the whole 20-minute video. If you're watching 45, 50-minute podcast, you got 20 minutes to watch a goddamn masterpiece. But no, like I was
at
like,
least watch the outtakes. The outtakes on
the outtakes are so good.
If you fucking skip all the music, all the storyline and stuff, which we actually like acted and we did a pretty good job, if I may say so myself. Look at the end because the credits he puts in like the outtakes and they are at least funny. Like you can't not think they're funny. They're pretty fucking funny.
I mean, the fact that I was mixing Cloudy and Cumbersome and pouring Blantons inside a Cloudy and Cumbersome because I wasn't like a big whiskey head back then. I was more of a beer guy. I was just like, oh, it's just Doug said it's expensive, whatever. And I'm like, now I look back, I'm like, dude, I cringe every time I see that. I'm like, I can't believe I just like disrespected Blantons like that.
We also did like if you watch the videos. in order. You'll see us get progressively more drunk as the videos go, because by the end we're like hammered making these videos, because we were at a bachelor party, so we're just like we're drinking the whole time, and then we were filming at this like huge penthouse in Ocean City, Jersey, or Maryland. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh my god, that was fun.
You know what I just realized? We didn't. You were trying to get past it. We didn't do the dad joke.
I wasn't trying to get past it, but now that you say it, I definitely don't have a dad joke again.
Do I have to carry the show with the jokes?
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna be good with that. I just don't know. I don't know any dead dad jokes, and I can't.
I don't know dead dad jokes. I just sit there. I guess it's just my mind. I just think of it. I'm like, oh, that'll work. So you know how I go to the gym and everything, right? You know, after my heart attack, I'm very, very cautious about what I eat sometimes, and working out. I work out a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
My dad was also in pretty good shape too. He would go to the gym at least like 5 times a week. At least this is what my mom told me. Big beer drinker, but would just like live at the gym. He was very strong, and like I kind of looked up to that. And he was really good at mastering the deadlift. I tripped over my words of it. I just said I mastered the deadlift.
It wouldn't have worked if I didn't know he was dead. Does that make sense?
Well, that's the point. Like I want to tell the joke to you that it's between us. Like it's just a dead. I can do my backup joke.
Oh yeah. I didn't know.
I'll save that for next week.
Damn. AKA 2 hours.
Yeah. AKA after dinner.
AKA after our din. We're gonna take a second now, and do you want to dive into serious stuff?
Actually, yeah. Like now, that's one thing I realized. The last episode we didn't talk about at all is just our kids. Because like, this is our like time away from the kids, so it's kind of nice. But I really wanted to talk about what it was like for you, because like I have a whole perspective about it. But like having a kid in your late 30s versus like the whole thing like with our parents' generation was like
pop them out, yeah.
Yeah, you go to school, you graduate, you get married. My mom just turned 70 this year.
She looks amazing.
Tell her.
You look amazing. Like, I'm not even joking. I had no idea. No, I'm not like, oh my God, you're so old, but I had no idea.
No,
that's
a lot of people say that because like my mom takes care of herself. She cooks very, very well, and just very cautious and healthy about like what she puts in her body. Doesn't smoke. I found out a couple years ago. Or no, I'd say like 10 years ago that she was a smoker, and I'm like, what? She's like, oh yeah, I was a heavy smoker, especially after your dad died. I'm like, oh
makes
shit.
Sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they were super young. They had me at, my mom was 18, and my dad was like 19 or 20. It was something like that.
Yeah, so basically like going that path of like, were you a Noops baby?
A what?
Were you a Noops? Oh, okay. Well,
definitely a Noops baby.
That's a technical difficulty right there. But
yeah, and don't ever ask your mom how you were conceived when you're at a party and you're both drinking, because holy shit, I know, and I don't want to know. I didn't want to know.
My mom told me, and I forgot because I think I just like
blanked
it out of my mind.
And I never even want to talk about it again, so we're good. But but anyway, she's super young. My mom's only she's like 61. If you're watching this, I know how old you are. I'm just pranking. I'm just making you seem younger. But no, she's young, and I'm older than you, right? So it was always weird having the young. I had like the youngest parents when I was in like middle school and high school. They're like, "How old are your parents?" I'm like, 32. I don't know, 33, 34. It was weird, man.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, everybody else had older parents for the most part. But having the kid later, I think about it now. Because I'm like, oh shit, when I'm 50, he's gonna be 14. Like that's a little weird because I'm definitely in the older range, whatever. But no, it was fine. I think I'm actually glad we did it the way we did, and I think people are now moving definitely towards later.
100%. Yeah.
I see it all the time, and like with customers and shit like that. But I would, if I had to do it again, I would do it that way. Because Tish and I, we had a great time. Like we lived in Baltimore in our prime years. We were able to walk to restaurants, bars, and everything else. And now we got a kid, and we were like, all right, now we got to settle down. Wife's a couple of years younger than I am, but I mean, we're at a good age now where we're we're cool settling. Like, I'm cool not going out to the bar every day. Jesus.
You gotta calm down, dude. Stop putting those back so fast.
Dude, I did have half of that already. That's an 11%.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Whoops.
How old were you when Wes was born?
36.
See, that's another thing we have in common. 36.
That's crazy.
I
didn't.
Yeah.
I guess I could have figured that out, but I didn't.
Wait,
know
right?
that.
Hold on. How old am I?
But that's
I'm 37 now, and yeah,
It's a good age. It's a good age, and I'm not knocking anybody that's pregnant later in life now. But I think that, like, if I had, when we talk about it, I'm like, if we had one now, I'd be like, oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna be like 70, and he's gonna be 30, like less. You know what I mean? I'll be 70 before he's 30. That's weird. So like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have another one. So if you see me with another kid, I fucked up.
Yeah, my parents. It's kind of like not the same story because that'd be weird, but my parents originally, my mom didn't want kids,
Okay.
and they had me when I believe she was 32. So like they lived their life in their 20s, which I always admire. I was like, that's a cool thing to like think about, because like all my friends and like a lot of people in high school when I was growing up, they were all like just kids or whatever. 80% of them were oops babies, but you know, it is what it is. But like, yeah, originally growing up, like super Italian family, everything's all about family.
Yeah.
Just that is like driven in your brain. Like you got to start a family. You got to just keep it going, keep the traditions going, this and that. Oh,
What are you doing? Stop pumping.
what are you doing going out with these fucking drugs? You gotta get home and go home to your wife and go have yourself a nice fucking family there.
What do you mean you're wearing a condom? What are you, a fucking pussy? I'm not an Italian, so I don't know.
Yeah, like just being driven. They'll be like, yeah, start a family, this and that. And yeah, it was always in the back of my mind to have a kid. But then I met Haley, who was like very like, I don't want kids. And with us, you know, being long distance and like going through the whole process of like our whole relationship to being married, and
Which they don't know.
yeah, I haven't
None of
told that story. I'll tell that next time, I
All right.
guess.
Or right after this.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. I made it. Well, her nephews made me go, okay, I don't want kids, because they were in that prime, like preteen, teen age, where we brought them to their family cabin. And they were just like being little shits and kicking the back of the seat.
Fighting and
Oh, no. They were doing everything to me, like bothering me. I'm like, I barely know you kids, and you're fucking kicking the back of my goddamn seat, this and that. And then I remember,
What are you fucking? Are you looking for early grave there, buddy?
as my grandfather would say, stop that seat. Yeah. So I remember getting back to dropping them off, going back to Haley's dad's house, and then sitting there and going, okay, we don't need to have kids. That alone was like, I don't want kids. I don't ever want to deal with that. So then we went through this whole we were just like okay with just not having kids. We bought our house with the whole thing of just like, yeah, we're never gonna have kids. And my mom asked me one night, I think I was,
Are you pumping and dumping? No offense, Debbie. I love you.
yeah, she's like, you too. You're in love. You've been married for so long. You gonna have kids? And I'm like, yeah, maybe. And then Haley looks at me like, what? And then we had like a long talk about it. She's like, you want kids now? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's just like the Italian blood in me coming out. And then
It's festering for
yeah, it's just like, I need to reproduce. I need kids. And then one day she's
I
just
need
like,
somebody to watch The Sopranos with, babe.
I hope Charlie grows up watching some Tony Soprano.
I'm a piece of shit. I still never seen it. I'm on season 1, episode 2.
We're gonna talk about that another time. I watch it once a year. Every year I watch Sopranos.
All right, I need to watch it. I'm
But
on
yeah,
season 1, episode 2. For real.
Yeah, we decided to have a kid, and I was 36, and after Charlie was born, I was like, this was the best decision I've ever made.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hold on. Because I said, you were like, kids, and I think on the last episode, because I watched it, because I love seeing myself. I'm kidding, I hate it. But the West, you were like, having a kid, what's that like? And I'm like, yeah, it's an experience or something. I said something shitty. I love having a kid. It's awesome. He makes me laugh every day. I love it. And I think it's amazing. It's an awesome experience. So I'm going to correct myself from a previous episode.
I like it.
Thank you.
Redemption
Time
for yourself. So then when you watch this again, you'll
I'm
be like,
still
all right,
gonna kick the shit out of the little bastard if he messes up my TV again. He messes up the settings on the remote. What are you doing?
No, but, yeah, like I have the same view as you. Is like we got to like really experience our 20s, and I feel like, you know, not knocking anybody who had kids like Oops Baby or like Plan Baby, but like I've seen a couple of people in their 20s, they want to still go have fun, and like, you know, it's in them to just like go party and this and that, and like sometimes they do and sometimes they don't and regret it. And, you know, I wasn't like crazy. I wasn't like super drug heavy or anything like that. I went to the bar every weekend and made a fool of myself out till 3, 4 in the morning, eating Wawa sandwiches in 5 minutes and then going right to bed. You know, I've done plenty of that. But, you know, I'm glad I did that, because now, like you said, like I'm okay not going like, oh, there's a big rager this weekend. I'm like, dude, how late is it? like now I got to think like, oh man, that's gonna go till 2? Like I really got to like plan for that shit. I just like spending time with my kid. I'm grateful that I get to spend time with my kid all day. That's great. Like my wife and I work from home, and I literally spend all day with my kid until she's done work, and then I go do work. So I think it's fucking great, dude.
You should. So I'm doing this like in our free time. I play hockey. I do music occasionally. What else do I do? Bowling. So I'm out a couple nights a week.
Fucking bowl. You're just like,
awesome.
What else can I do to get away from my family? Bowling. That sounds good.
The average age of the bowling community is like 70, and it's just me and my hockey buddies. But the bowl, there's literally people that we bowl against that are in diapers, and you can see them through their pants outline. I'm like, this is crazy, but it's fun. I'm a good bowler.
You're like, yeah, I'll be 50 and Wes will be 14. I'll be wearing diapers for my Monday night bowling league. It'd be sick, dude.
Well, you started saying that, like, so I try to be home as much as possible for the family, right? Like, I'm around, but I also do spend a couple nights a week out, so I do try to make up for that. And I will constantly remind. Do you do this at all? If there's like a good show or something like this, I'm like, hey, just so you know, I didn't go to a show. It's really ignorant, but I'm like, just so you know, I do pass up on things because I do go out a lot. So I'm like, I do pass up on things just so you know every once in a while. Like, Acacia Strangers came through and I missed them. And I didn't want to go because I wanted to spend time with you guys. Do you do that?
This literally just happened like 2 weeks ago. I was like, my buddy, like for months, he's like, yo, this movie's coming out. This movie, you got to go see it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. And I literally told Haley, I'm like, yeah, I totally I could have went to the movies, but I'm like, yeah, I know you would feel bad because like you really want to go to the movies all the time. And, you know, I don't want to just leave Charlie with you all the time. And then she was like, you can go to the movies. I don't care.
No,
but it made me feel good. I'm like, you know, I said no to be home for the family.
I do it all the time. There's like a bunch of shows and stuff, and I used to go to shows all the time. And now I'm like, I missed that show for you, just so you know. Or it usually goes if it's like, you're doing a podcast. Okay, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't go to a show 2 days ago, so I earned this.
Well, I felt like I redeemed myself because I like to tell her, like, okay, tonight I'm going to do the podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare dinner for you and Charlie, so you don't have to do anything. You literally just come down from work and everything's ready to go.
I prepared you dinner. I made you dinner. You can eat. You can eat while I'm gone.
What is that? You can eat while I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at it. I'll work
too much
on
of that dragon's milk, dude. You got to calm down with the 11%ers.
Yo, dude. So like, honestly, you were talking about long distance relationship and stuff. Tell me, nobody knows.
All right, I'm going to tell the shortest version of this though.
Yeah, it's fine
because it eats up a lot of time.
It's fascinating.
So it was 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
I was having a snack.
Sorry.
I was living.
I'm just gonna do that all
I
night.
was miserable with my life. I would go on chat roulette every night, get drunk, and just like make a fool of myself, and that was my life.
Wait, can I tell you, dude? I used to go on chat roulette all the time too, just to like troll people.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
dude. I remember telling people and like going on with people all the time, and we would just like with acoustic guitars, just make up songs and shit like that.
Yep.
Just like make absolute fools of ourselves, and yeah, it was such an addictive thing. You know, minus the barrage of dicks that we had to go
Yeah,
through.
there's a lot of dicks.
that was a big thing, and that's actually funny too.
Sometimes a little thing.
So basically, me having dreads, this girl connects with dreadlocks, and I'm like, oh, she's really cute. She's going to skip me. And then she's like, hey, you have dreads. I have dreads. That's cool. And then we were just talking for a good hour. And then I told her, I'm like, look, you're really cool. Because I'm like, here's my Hotmail.
I was going to say, what's your aim?
I was like, yeah, here's my Hotmail. I would love to keep talking to you. My chat roulette gets weird after being on a while, so like I would like to get. She sent me her email and then
the dicks are just like forcing their way through.
They're like, let me get in there.
Like, you haven't seen a dick in about 5 minutes. You got to see a dick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so she gave me her email, and instantly, as soon as it's sent, she disconnected, which I was like, oh, that's pretty ironic. So then I sent her an email saying like, hey, it was really cool talking to you. She ignored me, totally ignored me.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, and then for 2 weeks, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that chick was so cool. Like. Why didn't she answer me? So I sent her, one of my slick,
So I sent her my dick.
slick lines.
I'm kidding.
I said, what am I, chopped liver? And that got her. She's like, oh, that dude's funny. So then she emailed me back.
Oh, you said, what am I, chopped liver?
I said, what? Yeah, I said, what am I, chopped liver?
That's
You're
fun.
just going to ignore me like that? And then she thought that was funny, and, my comedic charm brought her back. And then we exchanged MSN Messenger names. That's
know that
how
was a
we
thing.
talked.
I didn't
So
know that.
basically, long story short, we hit it off, and we decided, like, okay, is this just like a internet thing or what? So we decided, instead of me going there,
Which is in
Winnipeg,
Canada.
which is, a lot of people say, oh, Canada, you mean Toronto? Which I found out, like, the
You mean
fact that...
Niagara Falls? No, not Niagara Falls.
the one
There's
thing I
fucking other
realized
places in Canada. Canada's huge.
The one thing I realize about Americans is, like, nobody knows anything about Canada, myself included.
Yeah. For years, I've had Lake Louise on my bucket list in Banff. Banff.
See, you
I don't
say
know
Banff to some regular person and be like, oh, you mean Toronto?
Yeah, look.
That's basically what everyone associates. Canada is just Toronto. It's like you go north, that's it. You just get Toronto.
I heard they have crazy strip clubs in Montreal.
They'll say that too. At least the hockey.
Really?
The hockey guys I talked to.
Oh, yeah, I went to a tournament. They got crazy strip clubs in Montreal.
I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Basically, we decided not to go to Winnipeg or not come to Philadelphia area. We're like, let's just meet somewhere. So we decided, let's go to Cancun. And then I was like, what if it doesn't work? She's like, we're in Cancun. We could just like go our separate ways, and then just like you sleep on the floor, I'll sleep on the bed. So I'm like, bet. That sounds good. I can't believe I said bet.
Bet. I was going to yell at you for
Yeah,
doing
like,
it. You
why
picked
did I even say that?
Dude, you picked up on that so fast. You're
Yeah.
like, bet. By the way, why did I just say bet? I'm like, I was in there. I was like this. You just said bet, you fucking idiot. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was good.
Well, I'm
Good-
drinking a up there % beer too. It flows.
Good catch.
Yeah. I was also unemployed at this point, and she basically paid for everything. So I had to, she's like, just pay for your plane ticket. So I basically had to sell my computer that my mom bought me for graduation. The computer, like, get me to start editing video. Like it was a $6,500 computer. I sold it for $220 at a Target parking lot.
Does she know that?
No,
She does now. Sorry, Debbie.
I sold it for a plane ticket, which, I had to save up more money, but
Dude, that led to like the best shit in your life. That's awesome. That's actually really cool.
that is. I think that's
Yeah,
actually pretty
that
cool.
transaction is like has formed the rest of your whole life. That's wild.
Yeah.
So what if that dickhead in Target never showed up? You know, what I mean?
I would have found a way to get down there. Yeah, but yeah, we get down there, and we it was a hit, and then we just decided let's try and work this out. Oh, by the way, I had a girlfriend this entire time. That was the thing.
I don't think I knew. Oh yes, I did. We were in a band together.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. It was a really, really complicated situation that I tried to leave a couple times, but it was just a very, very like a complicated situation, and it took until her to find pictures of us to in Cancun a couple years later, because then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my friends and at the mountain house, but I was flying to Canada to go see my
My wife.
future wife. Yeah, and then when she found pictures of us in Cancun, I was like, all right, I can finally break it off. I still regret how it happened, but everything happens for a reason. I believe
Everything happens for a reason. We all have regrets in life. Don't worry about it.
So we basically were long distance for years. So we met in person in 2011, and I proposed to her in 2013. We got married May 1st, 2014. You were there.
Was that the first time I met her? No, probably not.
No, it was. That was the first, because we were potentially.
We had a good night. We had a really good night.
We were thinking about moving to Baltimore, so I'm like, yeah, well, I'll pop the question here.
Oh my God, I forgot that.
Yeah, and then I realized how shitty Baltimore was.
I was like, please come down with me.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were long distance for years, got married in 2014, and the rest is history. We got married in Hawaii, which was fantastic. We had to fly back to North Dakota, drive to Winnipeg border, pick up her shit, and literally drive 26 hours to Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. She married this guy to live in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. She pulled up to the apartment I got for us and said, what the fuck did I get into?
Population 3,600. Right, yeah.
There's meth down the corner in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. So yeah, basically that was my story.
We had a Mortal Kombat tournament in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania.
The house soon burnt down in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah.
That house burned down?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
And I'm glad, because the landlord was a piece of shit and he fucking took our whole security deposits. And when I found out the whole place burnt down, I laughed so hard. I was like, thank God. Fuck that dude.
Did you steal the fire? Did you start?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I plead the fifth, man. Yo, it's weird that shit burned down, dude. That's weird.
I think about not recently, like more so because, I've been with my wife. We just celebrated a 10-year anniversary. Honestly, that's pretty crazy to think about. But like,
that is crazy.
How do kids ask people out nowadays? Like, I remember I had to put in work with some girls, and like, I was a softie, because I didn't have a daddy to tell me I was a pussy. So I would like write poems and shit and be like, will you be my girlfriend? But like, do kids do that nowadays? I was always curious about that. Like, how they'd be like, yo, bet I, or whatever the fuck they say. God, I sound so old.
No, they probably, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But by the way, if you're just tuning in, our dads have died. And that's why we started this podcast. But
if you're just tuning in, so like,
if you're just tuning in,
they just like they played the video and went to what, like 45 minutes. Like, oh, let me click what it's like here. If you're just tuning in, we don't have dads and we're pussies.
Yeah, I'm assuming they probably just send each other like gifts and stuff now, and like emojis and stuff, right? It's probably like
actually that makes the most sense.
It's probably like pray hands, winky face, jazz hand emoji, and she's like,
on God, my Riz good enough.
Hey, I keep it real on the 100. You want to go with me? And she's like, fucking whatever. Smiley,
they probably honestly
face,
they probably
hands.
do a TikTok dance. It's like a mating call kind of thing.
With hashtags, you want to do this shit?
Yeah.
Hashtag yes.
I did notice a lot of things about like the younger generation, like
they suck. Yo, they fucking
the
suck.
males nowadays are just like, they seem like they don't care about anything, and like they're just always just like,
dude, they suck.
We brought Charlie to her first dentist appointment a couple months ago, and these two kids walked in. They called their names, and they literally were dragging their feet back, like they it seemed like they wanted to just like literally die.
What was it, dentist?
It was the dentist, yeah. But like, not like,
teeth are stupid. Yes, fuck.
Yo, no cap, teeth, take me away from my wrist.
Yeah, man, I got reels to watch, man. I don't care about my teeth, man.
It is fucking crazy though. The more I get older, the more like, you see the kids on the phones and shit. But like now, it's like the worst it's ever been, because I blame TikTok for this.
I had this thought before we even started. I swear to God. Because, like, dude, I'm guilty of it, too. Like, I'm on my phone a lot. I try to cut it down. Like, I'm proud when I get a update from my thing, and it's like, you spent X amount, and you're, like, down 19% on your screen time. I'm like, thank you. I use my shit a lot for work because of maps and all that. So like I use my shit a lot, like all day, every day. But seeing all these kids and everybody on their phones all the time, dude, it's like kind of frustrating. And I was thinking about that before we even started. I didn't say anything, but this is like a nice break from that shit. Like I looked at my phone once for notes, but like most people will be on their phone all the time. They're probably, if you're watching a shit, you probably already looked away at another phone that you have, like a burner phone, and fucking looked at that. Like, it's pretty wild.
I am very guilty of it too. Like, if I'm playing games and I'm just waiting for something to load, I'll be like,
yeah, dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I usually have like a podcast or something playing while I'm playing video games, like all the time, and it is bad.
But why is it? Why is it, man? Why is it like that?
Because there's so much content, dude. There's just so much content. We're oversaturating the market. We're guilty of it, but we're more than what these other people are. Please give us a chance. Subscribe to our Patreon. We don't have it yet, but we're going to have one. We're going to do uncensored content where we're both in undies or some shit. I don't know. We'll do something. Just pay us some money, man. We're just trying to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets me to make more videos for fun, I mean, I'm all about it. Because I've been doing, I've been making videos since I was a kid, but if it's stuff that'll just make people's day, make my day, because like, if I'm editing something and I'm like totally into it, where I wake up and go, I can't wait to work on that again, this podcast being one of them, yeah, like it gives me joy. So like, if we get to a point of doing a Patreon, if we make $1 from this, I will fucking laugh my ass off. Because I hold this equivalent to being in a metal band and then the door guy goes, you made $55. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no,
we
dude.
made money.
No, dude. That's actually so. The band I'm in now, every show we played has been a paid gig, and I'm like, wait, you can get paid for this? That's not much. But
Dude,
I'm like,
actually,
I got
that's
$20
actually a good
to
point.
this.
Dude,
Nice.
The past couple shows, actually, like, Dave and I were talking. Dave, shout out. Dave is in both of our bands. We share a mutual guitarist because he literally just loves music so fucking much that he can't stop playing it.
Band slut.
He's a little slut. But we were talking about, like, because I took a big break from music. I think 2017, I quit Illustrium. I was in No Remorse for bass. We played a couple shows, and then No Remorse switched up, and we just never played a show after that. It's the No Remorse curse. And
Dave's also in that because he's a fucking band
he's a
slut, dude.
Slut, dude.
Slut.
But like us coming back and playing shows, it felt good that I was just doing it just to have fun, like just to feel like I'm in my 20s again. Mm-hmm. But then every show, like the dude, the promoter hands me money. And I'm like, where was this when I was like trying to be a fucking rock star?
No shit.
I would make like maybe $10.
No shit. And we had merch. Like, well, I guess you guys have shirts. So like,
we had shirts for that one show. We haven't had shirts since. We were just like, special occasion.
Dude, yeah, like my band, we don't even have shirts. So like, we go and play shows, a couple, but we've played a couple shows and we don't have merch. So I'm an idiot. So I'll like run out. I grab other bands' merch and just throw it to people for free because they don't.
He does do that
because they don't say anything. They're like, "Oh, that's kind of funny, I guess," but it's kind of ignorant. I'm taking their money and I don't pay them for them. Sorry.
Nah, but we also, I don't know. I mean, you guys play a show like once every 5 years.
Yeah, like, man, we'll take the $20 hit for every 5 years. It's funny.
But no, we were even saying like it's different. Like with all the shows we played, it feels like I felt like back then everyone was like too good for the other band, and all the shows we've played, I've realized that like all the bands are just like totally supporting each other, which I feel is like super cool. And, like again, where the fuck was this when I was very active in the scene?
Ours was, yeah, they were very, I feel like we were supportive. I was supportive with a few bands, but there was a lot of that competitive
I was
shit.
very supportive. I would at least give a band 2 songs. I was 2 songs, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. I'll move on. But I at least stayed to the end of the show, where I used to get mad at bands, be like, you're not going to stay to the very end of the show?
No offense to Matt, if you're probably not watching this, but no offense to Matt Lindsay, who was our bass player at one point. Yeah. We kicked a player out of our band because he wouldn't stay for shows. That's literally why we kicked him out. And
there's more to that, but
anyway, that was the main thing. Was like,
he would
dude,
read
if he
books
doesn't
at shows.
if he doesn't stay at shows, like, you got to go, because we were big in the community part of it, of like, hey guys, this is your art, you're playing shit and you're doing things, you're creating, so we're gonna at least try to support it. Some of them suck for real, but there was a lot of really good bands around here.
Well, again, going back to everyone trying to be August Burns Red.
Yep.
It was hard to sit through 4 other August Burns Red sets.
right. No, you're right on that. No, I'll give you credit on that. But we've met some of our closest friends by doing music, which is awesome. I think that's it's a unique thing. So would you say too, like, our friendship, being in a band, creating something from nothing, I feel like it makes you so tight. Like the first band I was in like 2005-ish, we're still tight to this day, all of us. We still meet up. We met last Christmas with all our family and kids and stuff for dinner and everything. Like, it's just such a different bond. And those guys are like brothers to me, and they always will be. Like, I feel like that.
Yeah, I hated everyone I was in band with except you. So, yeah, it's cool that a bunch of bratty, shitty ass 20-year-olds that we were, just like, teenage angst and shit, fucking oppressing the system. No, I didn't do any of that. But yeah, it's cool to see, like, everyone's starting families, and or if not starting families, just having a good life.
Welcome to the different chapter.
The next chapter, the final chapter. I'm in probably my final chapter, which sucks. All right, guys, that's been 2 Dads with Dead Dads. We'll see you next week. We've got a good teaser for you. What are we going to do? I don't even remember.
We haven't discussed how because we did say, the Papa Roach thing's old now.
Yeah,
we
we're
did
done.
it twice. We're like, we're over it.
We're done with it. It's been finished.
I'm going to get you to talk about your bathroom habits. You're not dodging it next episode.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
No, we're opening it.
So
no
bad.
intro. I'm like, you got to talk about what the fuck do you do in the bathroom? Ooh, I have a dead dad.
You could start it with that.
Oh, my dad is dead. You're not singing.
Oh, wait, when do you want me to come in? When do you want me to come in? Yeah! Right away? Okay. There you go. We're just 2 dads and I'm really dead dads. We're just 2